Hello everybody, I'm Chantal.
I'm Cody.
This is time for a new volume. This is volume 20, unit 1, maximum minimum. So today we're basically talking about minimum wage and we're having a look at Switzerland. So quite recently, the citizens of Geneva voted for one of the world's highest minimum wages, basically. And it adds up to 23 Swiss francs per hour, which is about $25 US per hour. Now, this is the minimum wage.
Sounds like a lot.
All right. Switzerland does not really have a federally mandated minimum wage, but Geneva is a canton, so they can create their own minimum wage, and this is what happened. But it doesn't sound as amazing as we would think because living costs are really, really high to live there.
Mandate.
Mandate.
Canton.
Canton. Do you think people get paid enough?
No.
Yeah?
Simple answer, no.
No.
Yeah. The majority of jobs, I don't think they get paid enough.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
The biggest complaint I've heard a lot in America is that the wage increase is not matching the inflation increase. And so obviously that means the cost of living, expenses, everything's going up, but your wage is just marginally increasing or just marginally above the poverty line for some people.
Right.
And it's not enough, yeah. Marginally.
Marginally. You know, not being paid enough, and people are seldomly paid what they want. You know, like we were seldomly receiving our dream salary.
Right.
So, but yeah, generally there are people who really aren't, yeah, I agree, being paid enough pretty much, which is very sad.
Seldom.
Seldom. Have you ever worked for minimum wage?
I have.
Yes.
It was back when I did 2 part-time jobs when I was a student in the US, which one of them was $7.25 per hour, which is the American minimum wage standard.
Yes.
But every US state has a different minimum wage.
Yes.
They have to start from that bottom and work their way up. But in Texas, it was $7.75, which 50 more cents an hour.
Yes, wow.
But some states moved up to like $10 an hour, $12.
Okay.
There's been a push recently in the US to try to go to $15 per hour.
Does it depend on living costs?
Some of the states factor that in, right? So I guess I could say the Swiss canton is like a state in America's sense. So they have the right to choose their own, minimum wage above the national minimum wage. Yeah.
Okay.
But, seldom does it increase higher.
Yes.
It stays very low.
Okay.
Yeah, and then people don't make enough.
Right.
How about
That's
for
usually a problem.
South Africa?
I think we generally have the same minimum wage everywhere. We don't have some provinces have their own, I don't know, laws or rules or whatever. And compared to other countries, it's pretty low. I don't want to say what it is exactly right now because I think they've changed it recently.
Okay.
But it's still really low, like really, really low compared to many other countries. And now for language focus. First up is the first, second, third, to verb. Okay, bear with me. All right. For example, that was the 3rd driver this week to scratch another car in the parking area.
And for mine, there are 2 versions, so bear with me as well. The first is, the idea is to plus verb. The second is, the idea behind something is to verb. For my example is, the idea was to make my girlfriend laugh, but she said my joke was lame.
That is it for our preview. Please join us for the review section.